Hi and welcome to Komsky Corner. Today we're going to be talking about images, sound, and compression. This video is specifically for the new OCR GCSE Computer Science course. However, it's applicable for most exam boards. Let's start off with images. Images are represented by pixels, and pixels are tiny squares of light on your screen. Here you can see a picture and a zoomed-in version of the same picture beside it. In the zoomed-in version, you can see all the pixels that make up the image. Each of these pixels emit a specific color of light, represented by a specific binary code. In the next picture, you can see how each of the pixels represented in this grayscale image have a specific different binary code to represent them. Each pixel is made up of 3 subpixels. And subpixels are 3 colors, red, green, and blue, that make up a pixel as shown here. These subpixels can be dimmed and brightened to give the illusion of different colors. This can be seen here, where in this green circle, the middle subpixel gives the illusion of it being the color orange, where in fact it is just a brightened or dimmed version of either red, green, or blue. So there are 2 categories that different formats of images fall into. The first is called Bitmap. A bitmap image is an image made up of a grid of pixels, and examples of bitmap images include JPEG, GIF, and PNG. The second type of images are called vector images, and this is where images are drawn from lines, curves, and shapes by using mathematical calculations. In this picture, you can see that when zoomed in, bitmap images are pixelated, whereas vector images are smooth and unpixelated. However, as these pictures require mathematical calculations, complex vector images can be extremely difficult to draw. There are 2 main properties of images, and you need to know what they are and how changing these can affect the image. The first property is the resolution of the image. This is the number of pixels on our screen, measured by the number of pixels wide by the number of pixels high. So when you see an image on Google, you will see that when you hover over the image, at the bottom of the image it will say something like 1024 by 853. This is the resolution. So here, if this white rectangle was an image, to calculate its resolution you would do the number of pixels wide by the number of pixels high, so 500 by 200. The higher the resolution, the more pixels the image has, and therefore the more memory that's needed to store the image and its pixels. However, more pixels also means that the image is more accurate and is better quality with less pixelation. The next factor is color depth. This is the number of bits needed to store each pixel. And the greater the color depth, the more bits available to store pixels, and so the more colors available to the image. This means that the colors are going to be more accurate, causing the image quality to be better than if the color depth was lower. However, like resolution, increasing the color depth means that there needs to be more memory to store all the colors and their binary codes, which increases the file size of the image. Color depth and resolution are both examples of metadata. Simply put, metadata is data about data, as it is used to store additional information about the image that allows the computer to recreate the image from the binary data in the file. Further examples of metadata include the file size of the image, the height or width of the image, and the date the image was created. So let's go through what some of the different image file types can be used for. Let's start off with JPEG. JPEG images are generally used for large photos or photos that you'll see on the internet. This is because they can be compressed with lossy compression to reduce the file size so that the file size is very small. This is helpful when trying to store or load large images. And you'll learn more about compression in my next video. Next, we have GIFs, which are typically used for graphics. This is because they are animations. GIFs have a relatively small file size as they can be compressed using lossless compression. PNGs are used on web pages for smaller images. They are transparent and have a relatively small file size due to lossless compression. Lastly, BMP images are used for photos on a computer. They have a larger file size as they are not compressed. In this video, we've looked at how images are represented and the different types of images. If you've enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more computer science related videos. See you next time. Bye!